Hello, Adesi and Pardesi friends. I'm Shweta
I'm Naveen.
and welcome to Adesi Abroad. Today we are going to share with you a very special recipe. This dish brings back such fond memories of our wedding day. Yes, that's right. This was one of the dishes on our wedding food menu and it has been cooked for many special occasions and weddings on Naveen's side of the family, and every single time it's been a major hit. So today we are going to show you our family's recipe of making this Hyderabadi delicacy. So before we start, let's take a look at the ingredients we need to prepare this dessert. To make this dish, we need 100 grams of basmati rice, 50 grams of sabudana, 200 grams of grated kaddu. For the dry fruits, we are going to use almonds, pistachios and cashews. You can take 15 of each, dry roast them and slice them into flakes. 1 tablespoon vanilla essence, 1 teaspoon green food color, 100 grams khoya, 170 grams condensed milk, 2 liters of skimmed milk and 200 grams of sugar. You can add more sugar if you like your dessert to be sweeter. So before we actually start cooking this dish, we need to do a little bit of prep. So here we washed and soaked 100 grams of basmati rice and then ground it to a coarse paste. And for the sabudana, we washed and soaked it for 1 hour. And coming to the dry fruits, we've dry roasted and chopped them into flakes. Now this method will give them that extra crunch. Slice a medium-sized kaddu into half. Peel the kaddu thoroughly. And then grate it and set it aside to be added to the kheer later. And here I've taken a non-stick pan that's large enough to boil 2 liters of milk. Add 2 tablespoons of ghee. It is best to use a non-stick pan for this recipe, as this will prevent the milk from sticking to the pan while you cook it. When the ghee is hot, add in the grated kaddu. Saute the grated kaddu for about a minute. And then add in the sugar. So here I've used brown sugar instead of white, but you can also use white sugar in case you prefer it. Also, you can increase and decrease the sweetness as per your liking. Now we are adding in half a teaspoon of cardamom powder. We need to continue stirring this till the sugar starts to melt. Now here you can see that the sugar has started to melt. So at this stage we add in 2 liters of skimmed milk. Now once we've added in the milk, we need to mix it well so that the sugar dissolves properly and the milk is infused with the flavor of the kaddu. Let it boil well for a couple of minutes. After about 5 minutes of boiling the milk, add in the soaked sabudana. So here we've added about 50 grams of soaked sabudana. Mix it well in the milk. And then add in the condensed milk. Now here we are adding 170 grams of condensed milk. To this, add in 1 teaspoon of green food color, and if you're using the powder form of the food color, then a pinch of it should be more than sufficient, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Mix all these ingredients thoroughly in the milk. This will allow all the flavors to infuse well in the milk as it cooks. After about a minute of cooking, add in the ground rice paste. Now mix this rice paste quickly in the milk. Do not leave it sitting for too long, as it will start forming lumps. This is a very important step in the process of making kaddu ka kheer, as this step defines the texture of the dish. Now here we are adding in the khoya. This is about 100 grams of khoya that we are using, and we've bought this from a store as we do not get fresh khoya in Leicester. But if you can use fresh khoya, then this will give the kheer an even more delicious flavor. Leave the milk to boil for a couple of minutes. This will allow the khoya to cook along with the milk and give it a creamy texture. And lastly, we add in half of the dry fruit flakes. Reserve the other half for the garnish. You can see that the consistency of the kheer is not very thick, but once you chill it in the refrigerator, it will thicken in consistency. And now a delicious kaddu ka kheer is ready to be enjoyed. And the next time you're looking to make that special dish, do try making this kheer. And I bet your family and guests won't stop praising you for this dish. And the perfect way to serve this dish is to serve it chilled, garnished with dry fruit flakes. Well, I hope you've enjoyed watching this video as much as we've enjoyed making this dish for you. Do subscribe to our channel. Click on the bell icon to receive notifications of all our latest video uploads to YouTube. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We'll be back soon with yet another mouth-watering recipe. Until then, stay safe and happy.